wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The offense starts in the shadow of its own end zone. Running inside, it's Williams. Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Here's Carr to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. Carr to throw for it on 4th. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown Sooners! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll move the tight end. Carr on play action. Makes the grab. It's Washington. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Come on, defense. What are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
Rifles it down the middle. Complete to the left. He'll work his way down to the 28.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Throws to the wideout. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. 4th down, Carr. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. New set of downs after the completion. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. There's a crease. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defense to tackle.
Here come the Irish back on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something. Turning it on! He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. They'll go back to work on offense. They'll run it. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got the back over the middle. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more third down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Maybe a crease. Running through contact. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one. And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. To throw, it's Mateer. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
all you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once...
Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to fire. They're setting up the screen. To the 15. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Lets it fly. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
He'll bring it out. It's Porter. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Play fake, Carr. Oh, they're after him. Finds his man. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Can't get him to the ground. Might have a chance. The 20. And he scores! Touchdown, Fighting Irish!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first two drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
That defender is lucky on that play because he was beat on that deep route. He's lucky the QB overthrew that play.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Rushes on him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Ball was incomplete, and I think you got to give a lot of credit to this defense up front. That pass rush, they were coming on that play. Got after the quarterback, got in his space, and did not let him feel comfortable.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown Sooners! He got a step and just dusted the field. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes courtesy of the big play covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Porter. Slips through the line. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go right back to the run. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Throwing, Carr. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on 4th down. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Carr to throw for it on 4th. Unloads to the wideout. Got a wide open receiver. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Carr. Pocket breaking down. And he just flat and missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
From the gun on third down, Carr makes the catch. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on fourth. Fourth down, Carr. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! Along the sideline, got it in the end zone. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. The throw. Quickly complete. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
Got enough for the first. Finding some room. Past the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Pulled his way into the end zone.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And he makes the extra point. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark.
When you run this out route, you know you're starting to get close to the sidelines. I know I got to start slowing down and find a way to drag or get one toe, a pinky toe, a big toe, whatever I can inbounds. Nice effort, nice.
He's loose. The 30, the 20. He's at the 10. Into the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. We're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. This drive will open from the 15. Got it behind the line. It's Harris. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Sooners want to crank the tempo. The give from the gun. There's a little room there. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Quick tempo here for the offense. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Unloads it left. Got his man. Turns on the Jets. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Here's Carr to throw. He's taking the shot. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. This late in the half, here's the question, how aggressive will the play calling be? He'll start this drive firing. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
And not surprised at all, man. You force the turnover, great field position, and you get aggressive. You try to throw the football on the first play. This is that little fringe area, man. That 30 to 50-yard line, you got a lot of space to still throw. Get your receivers open to try to make plays in the passing game.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Time to take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And he had just enough to will that one home. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Mobley. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Throwing, Carr. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Gilbert. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. We're just about ready to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one as return is stopped short of the 25. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's the play the defense absolutely had to have. You know, going into halftime, you were down on the scoreboard. You just needed something really good to happen. So right away, you get the interception, you create a turnover. That is huge. And it's critical now this offense is able to come on the field, take this thing down the field, score a touchdown, shorten this lead. You need complimentary football, right?
Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And he added the extra point. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
That's caught. It's Hansen. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Smashes it. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Yeah, and that is so frustrating because he did the right thing. He got the first down, got past the sticks, but didn't do the most important thing, take care of the football, and that goes right back now to the defense.
And a great job, David, by the defense not quitting on the play, right? Of course, they saw him getting the first down, but they were still pursuing.
Oh, it's a fumble! A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. Notre Dame right back to the line. Looking for room. It's Mobley. Maybe some room here. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. To the ground to try to move the chains. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll send the tight end in motion. Trying to run it in. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
They're in the gun, 3rd down. Here's Carr. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Now a timeout is called so they can talk over what to do on 4th and 2. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on touchdown, Fighting Irish. They fought their way all the way back, and it's a one-possession game.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The lone back's got it. He breaks a tackle. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Release to the back. The quick out. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking downfield on 1st down. Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be second down. Bunch formation for these receivers. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Headed for the fourth period, and both of these quarterbacks have been in charge of an aerial showcase. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Trying play action. Flushed out of the pocket. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And they didn't have to blitz. They brought in the dime package, more speed on the field so we can cover in the back end and then let the D-line do.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Right down the middle. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Snags it, and he's open. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
It's hard in this area throwing over this big defensive line. They've got long arms. You saw it right there, knocking that ball down on second down.
It's third and goal and third and long. Carr. Touchdown, Irish! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
This team right now showing you why they were the higher-ranked team coming into this game. Yeah, they were sleepwalking a little bit earlier. They knew coming in, David, they were going to be facing a really good opponent. Good teams don't quit, and they've come all the way back now to take the lead. And they had a pretty big deficit not that long ago.
And this is a good team they're playing. They're showing they're one of the better teams in the country. I mean, to battle back from several touchdowns down, like not to blink, not to bat an eye, not to quit, they're proving why they're a great team.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Here's a heat. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
In this moment of the game, late, you need your quarterback to be playing his best football. This is when you need him to be the most accurate and to make the best decisions, and he has not yet completed a throw here in the fourth quarter. That is bad news for this offense.
Bringing the heat, and down he goes.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Looking for a big play. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. How in the world could they let that happen, and how in the world did they pull it off? That was 4th and a mile, and it's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Flying Irish. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on 1st down from the 44. To the air, it's Mateer. Looking down the middle. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. And the defense got it. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
That is how you step up for a defense right there. Force the turnover. Does not make this thing get close, right? I got a 2-possession lead. I get the ball back with, close to 3 minutes remaining. I'm sitting in a great spot. Offense, go get me some 1st downs.
The give as they work on that clock. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. This 3rd down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Motion from the wideout. Makes the grab in their space. The 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Notre Dame. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. With that latest touchdown pass, it might be a good time to mention Brady Quinn threw 6 touchdown passes against BYU. That record might be in jeopardy.
And that's a good day. If you're starting to talk about that already, you know he's spinning it. He's in the zone. He's feeling it, reading the defense, everything coming out on target. He is having himself a day.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off the play fake. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Offense in a bunch formation. To the air. It's Mateer. Dumps it to the back. Working that left side now. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
And that's a really fun toy to have. When you can go 5 wide and use your running back, man, and make them have to cover him with a bigger body. A guy that he's faster than, but a guy that can now run routes. And you see these running backs, man, they've developed so well in their route running. Nice route, on the same page with this quarterback. They have a nice connection right there.
To the air on first down. Moving out to the right. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Got it down the field. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Wide receiver going in motion. He's looking to pass. Fires to the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Looking for the touchdown on third and goal. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
He is knocked out of bounds and could not get there. A stop on fourth and goal. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. Give to the running back. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
In situations like this, offensively, when you've got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Could be an alley. The 20. He's at the 10. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae.
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch you, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.